I was just 20 years old when I stole $230 million in a single phone call. One phone call. That's all it took to steal more money than entire countries make in a year. But here's what nobody tells you about pulling off the perfect crime. The real nightmare begins after you succeed. I went from sleeping on my mom's couch to buying Lamborghinis with cash. From nobody knowing my name to the FBI's most wanted list. And the craziest part, the man I destroyed wasn't a billionaire or a bank executive. He was just like your dad, sitting at his kitchen table, trying to secure his family's future. It started innocently enough. I was studying computer science, living with my parents in Miami, watching YouTube videos about cryptocurrency. Bitcoin was exploding, and everyone was talking about these digital wallets worth millions. That's when I met Gindil Serrano online. He was 21 from Los Angeles, and he had this crazy idea. What if we could convince someone we were Google employees? What if we could get them to give us access to their crypto wallet? The first twist? We weren't targeting random people. We had done our research and found someone who owned over 4,000 Bitcoin. In August 2024, I made the call that would change everything. My heart was pounding as I dialed the number. "Hello, this is technical support from Google," I said, trying to keep my voice steady. "We've detected suspicious activity on your account." The victim sounded worried, just like we hoped. Gindil and I had spent weeks perfecting our story. We told him hackers were trying to access his crypto accounts, and we needed to help secure them immediately. We sounded professional, urgent, concerned. We even had fake employee IDs ready, if he asked. The second twist? He believed us completely. Within an hour, we had convinced him to download what he thought was security software. That software was actually malware we had designed. As soon as he installed it, we had complete access to his computer. I remember sitting in my bedroom, watching his screen through our remote connection, and seeing all those Bitcoin wallets. My hands were shaking. There it was, 4,100 Bitcoin, worth exactly $230 million. I looked at Gindil over video chat, and we both knew this was the moment. With a few clicks, we transferred everything to wallets we controlled. The third twist? The entire heist took less than 10 minutes. 10 minutes to steal more money than most people see in a lifetime. The money hit our accounts, and suddenly we were millionaires. I couldn't believe it was real. We immediately started converting Bitcoin to cash through various exchanges, using fake identities and VPNs to hide our tracks. I moved out of my parents' house and into a $40,000 a month mansion in Miami. Gindil did the same in LA. We bought Lamborghinis, Porsches, a $2 million watch. I remember walking into nightclubs, dropping $500,000 in a single night, just because I could. We were living like rappers, like movie stars. The fourth twist? We actually thought we had gotten away with it. We believed we were too smart to get caught. But after a few weeks, the paranoia started creeping in. Every knock at the door made my heart race. Every phone call could be the FBI. I started having nightmares about prison. I couldn't enjoy the money anymore because I was constantly looking over my shoulder. Gindil and I began communicating only through encrypted apps, changing our locations constantly. We rented different houses every few weeks, never staying in one place too long. I dyed my hair, wore sunglasses everywhere. The fifth twist? Even with all that money, I was more miserable than I'd ever been in my life. What we didn't know was that the FBI had been tracking our every move from day one. They had sophisticated blockchain analysis tools that could trace cryptocurrency transactions, even through mixing services and multiple exchanges. While we thought we were covering our tracks, we were actually leaving digital breadcrumbs everywhere. The victim had immediately reported the theft, and federal agents were building a case against us. They traced the stolen Bitcoin through dozens of wallets, identified the exchanges we used, and even tracked our luxury purchases. The sixth twist? They had enough evidence to arrest us within a month. But they waited and watched us spend the money, building an even stronger case. In our final weeks of freedom, we went completely crazy with the spending. I bought a collection of rare cars. Gindil got diamond jewelry. We rented private jets for weekend trips. We even started planning bigger heists. Thinking we had perfected the perfect crime, I remember standing in a penthouse suite in Vegas, looking out at the city lights, feeling like I owned the world. But deep down, I knew it was all borrowed time. The seventh twist? While we were celebrating in Vegas, FBI agents were already preparing arrest warrants with our names on them. September 19th, 2024. I was at a luxury car dealership in Miami, about to buy my fourth Lamborghini, when everything went wrong. FBI agents surrounded the building. Malone Lam, you're under arrest for conspiracy to steal and launder cryptocurrency. The handcuffs felt cold against my wrists. As they read me my rights, all I could think about was how fast it had all fallen apart. Gene Deal was arrested simultaneously in Los Angeles. The final twist? The victim we had stolen from was just a regular investor. A man who had worked his whole life to build that Bitcoin fortune. We had destroyed his retirement, his children's future, everything he had worked for. Sitting in that federal courthouse, facing up to 20 years in prison, I realized the truth. Those 3 months of luxury had cost me my entire future. The $230 million was gone, seized by the government. The cars, the watches, the mansions, all taken away. I was back to being a 20-year-old kid. Except now, I was a federal criminal. As they led me to my cell, I thought about that first phone call. How confident I had been. How smart I thought I was. One phone call had given me everything I thought I wanted. And ultimately, it cost me everything I actually had.